Welcome back to the Financial Power Hours on IntellectualRadio.com on iHeartRadio. We are here at the Lunch for the Mayor that is presented by the Ownership Club, and we have the esteemed Mayor Joseph E. Roudez. Got that right that time. Joseph E. Roudez in the building with us, man. Can I get background to make a little noise for the mayor, please? Can I hear the people? This is a live event that we're doing, and so, Mayor, we already just kind of touched on the economic development that you've done here in University Park. We've also touched on the accountability aspect of you setting an agenda and you accomplishing some of those goals. So what I want to touch on next is just some more of the events that you have going on here in town. And first, let me actually just start off with the Lunch with the Mayor. Why did you want to do Lunch with the Mayor?
Well, in our community, things have been a little bit different. So I want to start off the second term doing things a little bit different. I tiptoed around the first time learning things. And no matter how long I sat on that city council, things are extremely different as the mayor. So it was a learning curve, and there were some challenging times. But now I want to be more transparent. I want to be able to have opportunity to have engagement with our residents. So I want to start doing some breakfast with the mayor, some lunches with the mayor, some ball games out with the mayor. And let's be a better community, because you can get it from the horse's mouth. You don't have to go about what you're hearing on the social media networks, this, that, and other. It's time to start portraying our community as the positive community that we are. We've been very fortunate to overcome our water challenges, our economic challenges, our COVID challenges. And my main focus this second term was just continuing the progress.
Okay. And so American Dream Tax is also partnering, is the Ownership Club, and we've actually had some interns that we've had that have come on and joined the team. So I'm actually joined now by Monte. I didn't catch the last name though. Montgomery.
Oh, that's an easy one.
And so we're gonna let you go ahead and kind of speak on ask the mayor a couple of questions about some more of the events that we're having on, and then just kind of touch on some of the business that you know about in the area, that type of thing.
All right. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Thank you, young man.
Good to you. So I see you got a Mother's Day brunch coming up May 12th.
It is.
May 12th. So what made you want to get into that and like show support to these mothers in University Park?
And actually, before y'all get started with that event is sold out, but go ahead.
We'll say it again.
That event is sold out. That is a sold out event. So stop calling. It's sold out.
Well, listen, we've been divided too long in our community. And not just in our community, but in the nation and in the region. And when we can start setting an example and doing things in our community that engages people and bringing people closer together and have an opportunity to celebrate, what better time to start with a Mother's Day? Because whether you know it or not, I know you know this, everybody here knows this, that we all had to come from a mother. Obviously. So it's a great time for us to celebrate our mothers. Those who stood in the gap for the mother, your real mother, biological, or stepmother, or even the men sometimes who stepped in the role of the absent mother. So it's a great time in our community to celebrate and bring our mothers together, mothers, grandmothers, and just have a great event in University Park for a change. We know we have all these elaborate events and other things going on in other communities, but it's time to start investing back in our own community and bringing people in our community together. And I think that would be much received. As you said, it's sold out. This is only the second year of that event.
That's so dope.
And I just want to say this, though, because there's some people, if I start talking about that event, I must be thankful for some of the people that helped make this event come forward. First of all, I got to say, I thank God for giving me the opportunity to serve as mayor. Then I want to thank my wife for being understanding and her unwavering faith. And then I even put it in the baddest situation. She's the chair of the mayor's office of special events. So I want to give her a round of applause and her volunteers, which come from our community, to bring this thing together. No, that's my trustee. Then I want to thank my city manager and the board of trustees for supporting these things. Sometimes people talk about change, but change is also frightening, as I said earlier. So what I see myself doing is transitioning from the Flintstones to the Jetson generation and doing something a little bit different and bringing folks together, because I'm the kind of guy who never meets a stranger. So, and that's what it's about. So Mother's Day is going to be a phenomenal event. The ladies are going to be all really dressed up nice, and there are going to be some prizes. The fashion show is going to be phenomenal. Have the opportunity for people to purchase their Juneteenth outfits. There'll be the oldest person ever has a great award for that person. So it's going to be a great fellowshipping opportunity to bring folks together. So I look forward to the Mother's Day event. Again, it's sold out, which is very surprising. And this is all hosted and done by a combination of community volunteers who believe in our community, our village manager who runs the staff and the day-to-day operations to ensure that we do the best that we can for our residents and give back.
Okay. Sure. So I see you got another event coming up August 10th, the back to school celebration and parade. So
August 17th.
No, August.
It might say August 10th.
But August 17th.
Yeah, I think that it was pushed back because it didn't want to conflict with the Bud Billigan
Parade,
parade.
okay.
So if I'm not misspoken, August 17th is our back to school event, which for our little community, which is not little as it used to be, we're growing every day. It's going to be a nice parade down our main boulevard, festivities for adults and everybody of all ages, bouncy houses, gold cards, all kind of things for the children, good things for our senior citizens, people, a musical stage. So it's a good event, backpack giveaway, health, shots and all the stuff for the kids, all the basic things that, we try to jumpstart our kids and we go back to school. And I got to say this, here in University Park, you can achieve every level of education from we'll start from our Head Start, the 8th grade, then we've got our high school, then you got our beautiful 4-year University of Government State where you can get your master's and your PhD. So every level of education can be accomplished here in University Park. And I hope that the audience that's listening can also understand there are great opportunities for new housing. So we look forward to the housing influx with the new businesses, as I stated earlier. So, it's all good. It's all good. University Park is really growing. And we got a third airport coming down the street that the governor signed the bill for, which is that cargo airport.
Y'all doing it big.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel how do you feel that how important is education to your community? Because I'm working with the interns now with the ownership club, and the Gap Twins, shout out them. They finna do this program where they give haircuts and do hair for the kids. So I want to know how important are the kids to your community to you?
Man, it's important. It's our future. It's the next generation. And if we don't put our selfish self out the way and make the sacrifices and deal with the encumbrances and the challenges that they have, instead of kicking them to the curb, encouraging them and build them up, that's our future, man. That's what we plant. That's why I plant them seeds, folks. Because this mayor stuff, it's all good and dandy, but it's a season for me. It's a season. I'm 62 years old, man, and I love it because I got the opportunity to do something good for a community that I live in. And sometime down the line, somebody will really appreciate that the vision was put forth to enhance the quality of life in our community. So the young people in the next generation are extremely important. It tickles me to death, and it makes me so proud to see you sitting up there and these other young interns. I want to see interns all around our community. People in the audience, I've had their sons in baseball and stuff. I've always invested in our youth.
That's dope.
Always have, always will.
And then, Mayor, I see you have a golf event that's coming up in August. Kind of touch on that a little bit for us.
Well, you know what? Listen, most mayors have golf events. So since I've been the mayor, I've just joined the group and have my annual golf outing here. It's growing quite good. Last year, I think I had 100 golfers. It's a great event to come out and play and hack at the ball. And actually, what they say, it's a good relationship builder, bringing folks together. People who want to talk business on the golf course. They say that's what they do, and that's what they do. But it's a good opportunity to bring people into University Park again to see the beautiful amenities that we have here, to come to visit our golf course, say, hey, maybe I want to have a birthday party, a wedding, a celebration, or host an event there. So that's the intended purpose of it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I also see that there's a vehicle that's.
Oh, yeah, I always do the hole-in-one. I'm thankful to the sponsors who always donate a vehicle to me. So, the chances are that no one's ever going to hit a hole-in-one. I mean, it has to be a windy day, and it has to be a great shot. but there's a vehicle available. I don't know what the vehicle will be this year, but it is challenging. There are all kind of little raffles and gift bags, and we do trophies to, closest to the pin and all those other things. I'm not a golfer.
Uh-huh.
But I have become one. I look good on the golf course.
You can dress the part.
Yeah. But I can dress the part. But I'm learning the game. It's a pretty good game. It actually takes you away from the stress and the hectic things of life and raising a family and grandchildren and the constant thing. Because as a mayor, it's like I'm a fireman in a way because I'm constantly putting out fires, and it's something that when I'm elected, for those who know me and those who don't, I can't do anything halfway. It's all the way and none of the way. So I've got a wife that's supportive and understanding and doesn't mind me dedicating my time because she truly understands how my passion and my heart is for the people.
Well, you got to give credit where credit is due, because behind any strong man, you're gonna have that strong woman behind you.
Listen, I've been with the lady for almost 46 years. Yeah.
Man.
She robbed the cradle.
That's okay. I got one of those at home too. So
Man, listen.
Sometimes it's like that from time to time. But definitely shout out to the women behind. That's definitely holding everything down, doing what they should, and being strong backbones for us.
Because she can make it haters at home, but she's not that kind of person.
Yeah,
she's not.
They definitely can't do that. That's really nice. But Mayor Dow, is there any other events that you kind of want to spotlight while we have the show?
Well, we start our annual car show season, which this year we have some great sponsors. So it will be every second Sunday starting in June. It's called Motown Music Sunday. So we do it June, July, August, and September. This year we're going to add a new twist. We'll probably have bouncy houses and more things for our children. But it's a great event. It's no cost whatsoever. We have food vendors, ice cream trucks, music by DJ Sam Chapman, and a variety of DJs out there. And most of the time I have 150 to 200 cars out, and they just come up and open the trunks up and polish the cars, and people look around smoking cigars and just actually, again, coming together. So that's something to look forward to, because no matter who you are, what age you are, people still like cars, the antique cars. Yeah,
they always do. Kimani, you got anything else you want to kind of touch on with the mayor? What we got him here?
So as mayor, I like how, just in talking to you, I like how you do a lot of community stuff where everybody come together. Like in Chicago, we don't have a lot of that. So I want to commend you on like doing that with your community.
Well, thank you. I'm a former Chicagoan.
Let me ask. Now we kind of touched on some of the events. Now, hopefully everything will shake out to where you are extended that second term. But
I'm on the second term.
You're in the second term.
Yes. I'm on the second term. I'm on my first term. It's coming up May 17th will be the first year of a 4-year term. So yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of what's the agenda for the second term with everything that you've accomplished in your first term?
Well, I would just say I would like to continue the progress in the community. I want to ensure that our roads are in better shape, because the roads just basically give an idea to people on how your community is. So our road program, we're going to implement things to our village manager Scott. She understands the vision and she implements it on a day-to-day basis. So some of the main roads that we plan on doing in University Park this year will be Burnham Drive, which I've been a resident for 30 years. I can't ever remember when Burnham Drive was done. And we're going to be doing certain parts of Black Hawk, and there's a part of Sandra Drive. And then there's also an interest in Thornwood Drive. And then we'll establish a 5-year road program so every resident can understand when it's their turn, because who wants to have potholes and dilapidated streets when you're paying high property taxes? I'll put it that way. Right. So those are some of the things that are important to me, ensuring that the constituents get the services that they pay their taxes for. So roads are a number one priority.
Okay.
So within like your second term, what strategies do you propose to attract new business and investments to the area while also supporting and assisting local businesses?
Man, I just keep on praying, and I never meet them strangers, man, because I'm proud to say that Manager Scott and the village, we have over 19 economic development projects in the pipeline, not conversation things about we would like or we desires of this, actually things where there's some kind of signatures and there's progress moving forward. So there are some great projects, and I can probably say out of those 19 projects within the next 3 years, we can probably accomplish in reality 5 to 8 of them, which would be very significant to the community. And I'm also proud to say that we just closed the deal with Samsung, man. Samsung. I got to give it to my partner, because the mayors and managers, if we don't work hand in hand, we don't produce anything for our residents. But we've been working with Samsung almost 8 months, very silently understanding the importance of working the way we operated, because they were making major decisions. They've shut down 3 facilities in this country to come to University Park. They'll be starting University Park in June. And they have, like, at their facility, I think it's 74 trucking bays. This will be their nationwide distribution facility. And if most people have some kind of Samsung product in their house, whether it's a microwave, whether it's a television, whether it's a watch, a telephone. So I'm very proud, and I'm proud of my manager and our team that brought this thing in, because we could have been running our mouth and just jinxed the community, and they would have said, no, they didn't operate in good faith. So we're going to move forward. But thanks to the grace of God, we were able to stay the course, and now the residents will be awarded with the 300 plus jobs that there's going to be coming into this community with their community, with our community benefits program on. Because when we bring new business in the community, it's good to say, well, we've got this business, we've got this. But if they're just in the community and not participating, they don't mean us a bit of good. So we got this community benefits agreement that we're going to work on, that we can depend on them like they can depend on us. But let's make it clear, we have an obligation to them as well. And that's to ensure that their roads are accessible, that they're not riddled with potholes, and their landscape and maintenance is. They don't ask for much, and there's only the basic things that we should provide, because our industrial park is booming, man, and that's the heartbeat of our community. That's what's going to lead to, Manager Scott, that's going to lead to our Cracker Barrel that's going to come and talk to us, our Raising Cane that's coming to talk to us, because they like the things that's happening. And not just alone do we have the Samsung facility, we've got this quick trip travel center that's under construction right now, that's coming right off of I-57. This is a place like Vegas, man. It's 24/7, 365 truck travel stuff. With that facility, we'll have a Dunkin' Donut and a Sbarro Pizza in there, and another handful of jobs right there. But that is helping us set the footprint to bring these restaurants and other retail businesses that our community has been deprived of for a long time. So, just stay the course, have a little faith. And I ask the residents who don't understand, and that's one of the reasons why I like to have the mayor with lunch with the mayor, with breakfast with the mayor, so they can get a better understanding and have faith and confidence in what's going on, because there's a process. Everybody understands the finished product. They don't understand the process it takes to get there. They just see the finish line. So I'm going to do what's right, but and plus I couldn't go home and get 1 night of sleep if I'm doing anything wrong out there. Yeah. That lady I'm scared of.
Yeah. So you touched on some of the businesses that you're bringing in, but Kimanti had mentioned, what about the existing businesses that are here? What are you doing? What is your plan for the ones that are already here?
Okay, so our town center, for instance, we've got a handful of businesses in our town center. At one time, it was just completely dilapidated. There are signs of life. There's over 60% occupied right now. There's a barbershop. There's a new sports bar. There's a little boutique. There's a little restaurant. There's a American Dental Supplies. That place that's there has like 4 different locations in our town center. But another good thing that comes out of University Park is he makes implants and partials nationwide, all around the world, right here in University Park. So we're making the progress. Again, that's another facet of government that we really shouldn't be obligated to or operating in, because government does not run town centers. Government don't operate grocery stores. Government provides public services for the constituents of the community: police, fire, public safety, recreational opportunities, things for our seniors. And it's not our industry. And I think that has tainted the community's growth at one time, because we were not focused on what government actually does. So those are some of the challenges, but we're overcoming those challenges. And it's about making sure that when you come to University Park, when you're going to have an event, that the people that you invite to your neighborhood, wow, it's a beautiful place to live out there. You got all these jobs. God, I might move out here. And it's peaceful, and it's in Will County, and it's a little low on the taxes and stuff. And, and our crime rate is really low. We don't have major fires, and, we don't pay as much as Chicago police, but we start at a decent salary. Sometimes our office can go a whole year with never drawing a weapon, which is a great thing. Our murder rate is very low. You know what I'm saying? We don't really have significant amount of fires, but there with things we're lacking is just basic things that I advocate for, because the dollar should circulate 8 times before it leaves out the first time. And that's what we advocate for. In our small businesses, our barbershops and things like that, I ask the residents to give them a shot. Try them. We got a new Dollar General in town. I think that they're doing all right. So we're growing and growing. We're doing all right. But it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. And let me mention this. You talked about the new business. Let me talk about this Regal Farm, because that's one of my notes. I want to let people know who have a strong interest in our Regal Farm. Regal Farm is a property that has a historic landmark that's located like on Regal Farm area where nice new homes are. And it has been abandoned, and it's been abandoned too long. I don't go crapping on nobody else, but it's abandoned. So the plan is that, as you asked me about my campaign platform, is renew, revitalize, and restore. So we're in the process of the revitalization part and the renewal part. We were awarded $600,000 plus and some change to start the process, but that's $1 million plus opportunity. But the work has started, so we've started the journey, and they'll actually be getting some work done this year on it, and then another opportunity. So we're doing it. Government actually works, man. It actually literally works, but it's not the private sector. The private sectors, you can do things immediately, but it's like, this is an example. You take some syrup and you freeze it, and then you unthaw it and wait for it to come out. It's gonna come out. It's gonna unthaw, and that's the process of government. It's steady, dependable, but it's a process.
Okay. Well, we're gonna take a little break. We doing a lot of talking in here, so let the mayor get a little bit of a break for a second, and then we'll come back. Now we're gonna touch on. You had mentioned something about housing in the area, so I definitely want to touch back on that, and then, with me being a banking officer with Wintrust Bank, I want to touch on financial literacy, because that's something that's very, very important to me. And then we're going to have a Q&A for the crowd that is here, just in case they want to ask you some questions. I want to get some things answered. So, but this is the Financial Power Hours on IntellectualRadio.com, on iHeartRadio. It's your boy, OJ Dub. We'll be back.
All right.